Welcome to Module 5.1. If you have been walking this path of healing, you already know that recovering from narcissistic manipulation is not just about understanding what happened. It is about reclaiming your space, your voice, and your right to exist without shrinking yourself. In this module, we are focusing on one of the most powerful tools for self-preservation, establishing healthy boundaries in relationships with narcissists. Setting boundaries with a narcissist is notoriously difficult. In healthy relationships, boundaries create mutual respect and safety. But with a narcissist, boundaries are often perceived as threats to their control, their supply, or their ego. When you set a limit, you might face guilt-tripping, gaslighting, sudden love bombing, rage, or the silent treatment. It is important to remember a crucial mindset shift right now. You are not setting boundaries to get their compliance. You are setting boundaries to protect your energy, your values, and your peace. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Your follow-through is. Let us ground this in 4 core principles. First, boundaries are internal before they are external. You decide what you will tolerate, and then you communicate it. Second, boundaries are doors you control, not walls you build. They filter interactions. They do not automatically mean cutting someone out, unless your safety requires it. Third, clarity plus consistency plus consequence equals a real boundary. Without all 3, it is just a suggestion. And fourth, you cannot control their behavior. You can only control your response. So how do you actually do this? Start by identifying your non-negotiables. Write down the behaviors that consistently drain, disrespect, or destabilize you. This could be yelling, disrespecting your time, financial manipulation, or dismissing your reality. Keep this list private. You do not need to justify it to anyone. Next, communicate your boundary using clear, neutral language. Narcissists thrive on emotional debate, so keep your statements brief and calm. Avoid the trap of justifying, arguing, defending, or explaining. Instead of a long explanation, try something direct. Say, I will not answer unexpected calls. Please text me first, and I will respond when I am available. Then, state the consequence in advance. A boundary without a consequence is easily ignored, and that consequence must be something you fully control. For example, if you raise your voice, I will end the conversation and leave the room. Or, if you show up unannounced, I will not open the door. The most critical step is follow-through. This is where real healing happens. They will test you. They will push to see if you will break. But every time you follow through, you rebuild self-trust. You signal that your word has weight, and you reduce their leverage over your nervous system. Expect pushback and prepare for it emotionally. They may gaslight you, suddenly become overly affectionate, punish you with silence, or ask for just one exception. When this happens, do not over-explain. Use the broken record technique. Calmly repeat your boundary without adding new information. You can say, I hear you, but my boundary remains. Detach from their reaction. Their anger or sudden apologies are often tactical, not transformative. You do not need their approval to honor your limit. I want to acknowledge that this process is emotionally and neurologically taxing. You are literally rewiring years of conditioned compliance. So support yourself. Build a validation network with a therapist, a support group, or trusted friends who understand these dynamics. Regulate your nervous system after difficult interactions through grounding, breath work, or journaling. Track your progress, not perfection. Some days you will hold firm. Other days you might slip. That is practice, not failure. Every time you honor a boundary, you are choosing embodiment over erasure. Boundaries with narcissists are not about fixing them. They are about freeing you. They are the bridge from a life where your needs were invisible and your reality was questioned, to a life where your space, your peace, and your worth are non-negotiable. For your practice this week, choose one clear boundary you can implement. Write it in neutral, consequence-based language. Rehearse it out loud. Anticipate the pushback. Plan your response, and then follow through. Notice how your body feels when you finally honor your own word.